What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we're here at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Warhammer 40k Space Marine. In the last episode, we'd found ourselves on an elevator. There's Lieutenant Mira, and there's some guy that said that he's so badass that if the Chaos guys ate him, they would spit him out. I don't know if he's being serious right now. I can only assume it's been a while since he bathed, so I'd probably spit him out too. I'd be like, ugh.
The Greenskins have been pressing us hard, both down here and at the Bastion proper.
Get ready to fall back to the Bastion. Do not engage Chaos forces directly until I get reinforcements down here to back you up.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Aye, Lieutenant. Alright, let's continue moving forward. We've been using this wondrous little thunderhammer, well, this wondrous large thunderhammer, for the last couple episodes, because I do think it is the superior melee weapon in this game. There's a reason why everybody uses this online. It is quite oh my god, my Steam overlay, what is going on here?
This way.
Well, you take the lead then. Takes you a lot more steps to get somewhere than it does me. That's a short people problem. I'm short. It takes me like 10 steps to get anywhere that somebody like with 6-foot legs, like somebody that's 6 foot tall, it takes them probably like half as many steps for them to get anywhere as it does me. Can I fall off this? No, it won't let me fall off that. Well, fine then. I don't want to fall off and commit suicide anyways. I didn't want to test the boundaries of your game. More dead guys. That seems to be a pretty common set object in this game. Like, dead guys do seem to comprise a large proportion of the scenery.
Lieutenant Mira, this is Bastion Primus. We're under heavy assault. The orcs are back, and they cut power to the sentry guns.
All of them?
They took out the generator. We couldn't defend it against such numbers. We had to fall back.
The Ultramarines and I are almost at your position. Mirror out.
Oh, man. I clicked it wrong. Well, never mind. It doesn't matter. Let's fly. It's probably just Drogon being emo again and being like, I have touched the warp. I'm going to vaguely quote Nietzsche, and then I'm going to end this transmission. That's pretty much, if you wanted a summary of all of his dialogue, there it is. Out on that cat. There are a lot of busted catwalks. Like, why are people busting such useful things? Like, you really kind of need these to get around. And I would assume that the orcs need them to get around too. I'm not in the interest of, I don't really understand like pissing where you eat, you know what I mean? Kind of like messing with your own ecosphere. I don't have a lot of ammo left there. And to be honest, they haven't been giving us a lot of ammo. They've been depriving us. They've been like, listen, Space Marine, you've been too efficient up at this point, and in order to make your life more difficult, we're going to deprive you of all of those lovely shooty bits that you typically desire. Looks like there's another one over there, and what is that? A plasma rifle, it looks like. Okay, well, let's take the thunderhammer then. I'm sorry, the energy, the power axe. There we go, the power axe. That's what it's called. And so instead of the stalker bolter, we can use a plasma gun, which is the Mark 12 Ragefire type plasma gun. Fires charged energy pulses. Able to damage heavily armored targets, is deadly but prone to overheating. That's fine, we'll take it for now. We've been using the stalker bolter almost the entire game, so it'll work.
It's been 3 days since the North died. The orcs have finally left the temple. I accessed the comm station.
Orcs, always more orcs.
Wait, where did the... I already did that. Hold on, let me see here. Give me that back. Maybe I accidentally hit E while I was out here. Looks like it does the same charge mechanic that everything else does. And you can cancel the shot by pressing reload, by the way, in case you were wondering. Appears as though we've got a heavy bolter up there. I want to get my hands on that right now. So let's press super hard before they come in behind us. And I'm going to use this bolter to annihilate anything that gets up in my face. I want to man you.
Stand your ground!
I'm going to rip it off too. Because I want to be able to resituate it wherever I need it. Because they give us like 300 rounds, so I don't really see anything conceivably going wrong with this strategy. I love that I can fire through my own troops. I can't even express to you. It's really, I mean, I can. I always say I can't express to you as one of my segues, but then really, I sort of can. Because I usually do right after I start there. And at this point, I want to start earning some of these achievements that are in the game. They're a little bit far out. And not in like the groovy way, you know, like far out, man. Jerry Garcia and shit, yeah. Do those people still exist? I don't even know if those people still exist. I would assume they've got to be getting old enough to like die out at this point. Probably find them in the Haight-Ashbury or something. I don't know. Tripped out on MDMA or something. This is going in dark places. He appears to be stuck, and so I've attached an explosive to his butthole in the hopes that that will... Oh, right in the face! That was probably one of the better shots I've made over the course of this entire playthrough. Pretty happy with that result.
Sentry guns. There aren't enough of us to hold this position without them.
Lieutenant, the central outpost is under attack.
Tell them we're on our way!
Move out, brothers.
I bet there's something over here. Let's go look for treasure! Not orc treasure, though. Orc treasure is just basically scrap metal, in case you were wondering. So orc bits. Let's talk about orc bits. So the amount of bits an orc has, in orc culture, there's a couple ways that you have, like, that show off that you're the man. You know what I mean? And so in orc culture, the first, like, way that they have currency is teeth, which are their teeth. And so orcs collect the teeth of other orcs in order to pay for things. So, like, a couple of teeth will get you, like, a mold beer or a fungus beer, if you know what I mean. Which is one of those things that orcs really, really like. And the teeth have this built-in, like, this built-in mechanism where they rot after a while.
We need those sentry guns.
Lieutenant, where is the generator?
If you continue on, we'll find
The guardsmen will need your help until the guns are ready.
We will hold the line, Captain.
So anyways, as I was saying, some people have hypothesized that orcs have come up with the perfect economic system because the teeth rot to the point where you can't really stockpile the teeth. Like, there's no point banking the teeth, and they have no credit system. And so once you have a certain amount of teeth, they start to rot off and you have to spend them. So really there's kind of this great equalizing measure in orc society where teeth don't last a long time. On the other hand, the other way that you tell if an orc is a successful orc is by his bits. And so bits are essentially just chunks of metal that they've ripped off of things that they've looted. And once they've done that, it kind of advances them in society. They build armor out of it, they use the bits to make guns and to make all kinds of other stuff, and this kind of plays into the overall gestalt field that the orcs have as well. So for an orc, he may only have his torso covered with his bits. However, if an orc believes that his bits will defend him, like deep down, and if an orc believes that his bits are covering his entire body, guess what? They cover his entire body. It's a small truth. And if he believes it hard enough, it will indeed come true. So if you shoot an orc in the gut 5 or 6 times, the bullet may kind of magically, outside of the realm of physics, redivert and hit a piece of his armor because he believes that his gut is covered by his armor even though it's not. Which is, once again, one of those humorous reasons why I like orcs. They're really kind of a wild card. You never know what's going to happen with an orc because their own belief in their own stupendousness, I guess, is really what kind of defends them from being killed. We're going to try and kind of hike along with all of these. We don't really have a choice. I mean, the game in a lot of ways is kind of a rail shooter, and so we don't have much of a choice but to go the direction they tell us to. I haven't seen any junctions in the game which suggest that anything might be different here. Since we don't have any good melee weapons, I'm going to try and... God, where's that plasma gun at? This guy's scary as hell. I'm not even going to try and run up on him to execute him. I'm just going to try and kill him right this second. Now what you will see is that it takes us a ton of ammo in order to fire those super blasts that I've been doing. And so we want to use that sparingly. I'm going to try and save it for Knob since we don't have a Thunder Hammer. And I've accidentally killed off all of my reinforcements. It's alright, they're Imperial Guard, that's what they're here for. I'm going to try and kill off all the sluggas before they get any closer. Maybe by using their own squigs against them. Squigicide! Tactically planned squigicide. And then we'll grab some more ammunition because obviously we want to use that plasma gun as we play through the game because it's done right by us and so we want to do it ever so softly. We want to say, listen, plasma gun, I want to touch you in a way you've never been touched before because I care, plasma gun. You know how it goes. Sometimes you've got to reward your plasma gun for its hard work. Hugh Barry White. I'm not seeing... There are a lot of guys shooting at me from a lot of different vectors here. But I don't see any of the big beefies coming in. I see just basic slugga boys. I don't see any of the kind of upgraded ones with helmets and all kinds of stuff that prove that they have teeths. And so now that we're being hit by rockets and bullets and everything else, I'm going to run away like a coward. And we're going to try and fish to see if we can get ourselves an execution here. That's pretty much... You know what? We have... There we go. We have that mode. I don't even care. And so now, using our Fury mode, I think we've dug ourselves out of a deep trench. Sometimes I forget that I have Fury mode. It's one of those little things that the game doesn't publicize very often. Like, hey, as a reminder, you have this super awesome thing that you could trigger every now and again. It may also be because, like, the default keybind is just one that I don't necessarily look for. And I see you right there, sir. You're not tricking me. Enjoy a few rounds on me. That seems like one of those action movie things that you would say, be like, a round for everyone in the house, on me. And then you like roll out with like a heavy machine gun, like a 50 cal or something. I probably could have used my grenades a little bit better right there too, but I just plain out didn't think about it. Maybe, God, let me see here and get a feel for. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off over this way, and I'm just gonna push the button that they're telling me to push, because why not? Another flood of greenskins coming in and at us, and I want to watch out for the rocket launchers. Oh good, we've got him coming in too. So let's go ahead and charge up a few bolts for him. And there's the first one. There's the second one. He's still not down, unfortunately. He's almost down now, so I'm going to try and get some defilade here, because being in the middle of an open field where they're shooting rounds at me is always kind of not very comforting. And I'm in need of comfort right now. We've been on the battlefield for probably, who even knows how many days it's been. I think I've got most of their rocket launches outranged. He just fired 3 at me. He's getting a little desperate, I think. Give myself a minute to reload. I'm going to engage in some melee with this guy. Some melee, as some people on the internet like to call it. I've heard that so many times in MMOs. And also, oh, I've activated a sentry gun. Well, maybe that'll solve my problem. Where is... Oh, there it is right there. Hell yeah. So it's a tarantula turret.
Generators at full power.
It's working. The sentry guns are back online. Captain, your men are near an access point to the rail network. My guards are moving away. Another gateway is close to your position.
Alright, so we've turned on the tarantula turrets. And I think they probably want me to head back to where I was? I can only assume that I'm not going to run into my own fire like a dunce. That seems like a really, really terrible idea. It seems like a job for the Imperial Guard. I'll leave it like that. And then we'll just kind of go this way.
Here we are, my lord.
Carry on, Guardsman.
Oh, they opened a door for me. Well then, at least he's made himself useful somehow. All the ones that they tend to send with me seem like they have a short life.
Titus, we are running into orcs down here. Nothing like above, though. Just enough to be an annoyance. We will be there soon.
Understood.
Alright, so let's go get annoyed, because we can. I want to check all these little pillars and make sure that there aren't any lovely, lovely little servo skulls to be had. I probably missed one on that battlefield up there with the tarantula turrets while I'm on the subject, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like fast-tracking a series, because we definitely got Shadowrun coming along. And I think we're almost at the end. The game has turned out to be a lot longer than I expected. When I had read the initial reviews for this game, I felt like a lot of the reviewers had made it a special point to talk about how slow the game was.
Still don't think this is a good idea.
It's not your call, is it? I say this is our best chance of taking the gun.
But a knight...
Well, had I known that, I wouldn't have done it. Oh, Christ. That's not good.
You can walk out of here with that sparkling thing. I'm Boss Grimskull! This whole planet is mine! Whoa!
God.
You've been at my heels for long enough.
Ow.
That's right! Because I'm gonna kill you, Space Marine!
I'm gonna try and put a plasma on him every couple seconds. Because that really does sign...
Kill me! Stand still so I can kill you!
Oh, now he's got a gun. And what is happening now? Oh, almost ate that one. Oh, and he did that one at uber close range. I'm gonna trigger my Fury mode just in case. And it seems as though it might be a good... I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Comes a certain point. Oh no, I have the last cannon. I thought I had the melt-a-gun. Well, that's going to be problematic. Ow. Luckily, he has no problem with killing his own men, so he appears to have solved my main problem, is that a lot of his gits were running around getting in my way. I don't even know if this is hurting him right now. Oh God! Oh, and I ate that one too. Luckily, my fury is back refilled.
Give me so much trouble! Fight for
There's some ammunition over here. I'm gonna try and make use of that. God. I probably should have shot those while they were up top. Hey, alright. Did we get him? Oh, execution time.
I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
But I am finished with you, Orc.
Achievement unlocked, but I am finished with you. That's what happens, you cheeky git, when you try to take my sparky thing, right? I thought he was still breathing for a second. I was like, wait. He just ate a plasma to the forehead and he's still breathing? I mean, that's a tough orc. That's a tough orc. I don't think I go out through any of the holes in the walls. Let's go ahead and check out all of these goodie bits over here. So we've got grenades, which is good because I used a lot of those. There's also ammunition. Oh, I accidentally threw a grenade at my grenades. Yo, dog, I heard you like grenades, so I put grenades in your grenades so you can grenade while you grenade. Oh, the ammo is endless. I could have just ran around the whole time using the same gun. Well, that seems cheesy. Let's take his elevator thing.
The damned Orc is dead.
Finally, some good news.
This rail line will take us directly to the Titan Manufactura.
The faster the better. Those orcs slowed us down.
And gave Nemiroth time to prepare his invasion. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
Alright, let's do it. Yeah, one of the major things, all the gaming press had said that the game was really, really short. And so I'm actually surprised. I thought I was going to get like 5 episodes out of this, and I've ended up getting probably 11 or 12. I mean, it ended up...
Titus, the orcs are running scared. What's happened?
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
We have a chance now.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes are with you.
Well, in a certain respect, they'll be easy to scare off. Once you destroy the portal, they should all just be like zoop and just disappear. That's the noise they make, zoop. I do that when I play tabletop too. Every time I kill a demon, I go zoop. And then I follow it by a whoa, zoop. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. This is why nobody wants to play with me. I talk too much. I hate it when doors open on their own. There really is.
This is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized. You will need to activate our berth's backup generator to release the mooring clamps.
Understood.
I don't really want the las cannon right now. I think I'll swap it for a stalker. I mean, we don't really have any heavy artillery right now aside from... Ooh, and it's going to change the keybind on me too, so I'll have to keep that in mind. So that or I could just kind of be like, nyark, and just use my roll bar, I guess. But I need to be aware of the fact that there's going to be kind of a difference in my normal keybinds that I've been using the entire game. So now that my fingers have come up with the memory to do everything that they need to do, they've upgraded from like a 1 gig to like a 5 gig memory. And they're doing a little bit better now. I saw an orc. Oh, they're... Wait, what are those? Are those Chaos Marines? Oh man, they're shooting at me with green lasers. So I'm going to assume that they're Chaos Marines. Oh, and they blew up my cover too. That's no fun. I hate this. Stop it. Chaos Warrior, let me shoot you. He's like, okay. Oh my. They're kind of raining down hell on me here. Come on, Reticule. Stop screwing me here. I'm in the mood for sniping. I'm in the mood for sniping. If I could aim. God. Emperor, give me guidance. Help me to aim my bolter true. In fact, no, plasma gun time. Let's do this. Nope, duck into the alcove because you can't shoot me. That's what this alcove was here for. They put boxes in it to make it look like it was used for something else, but this was specifically here so that I could dodge your explosivos. And then I'm going to use Fury Mode to just saw my way through all of these heretics. Heretical bastards. Yeah! That's the sound you have to make when you kill heretics. You have to go, yeah! It's almost like a little, I don't know, like a kind of a Gungan meets Murloc sound. I'm not really sure what that called. You're always in my way. I don't understand why you guys enjoy being in my pathway so much, but it really does kind of bring me a little bit. I mean, it breaks my focus. It breaks my focus.
With my psychic abilities, I had drawn energy from the warp. I found a planet where I could work unobserved. A remote forge world. The Adeptus Mechanicus gave me free rein when I told them I was developing a weapon with a new, unorthodox energy source. They know the Xenos will soon choke humanity out of the galaxy. My weapon will help keep our species alive. They will not ask questions. Desperation cuts through bureaucracy.
What a bunch of suckers. Giving away rain for free. I always charge my peasants for rain. If you want to grow your turnips, guess what, pal? No free rain for you. We could swap out weapons right here. I don't know why they keep trying to give me the chainsword back, because it really does feel kind of inferior to the power axe. I don't really know. Maybe it's a little bit faster. I'm not sure. Las cannon, I don't want. I really want a melta back, so that I have some kind of point-blank thing that I can fire whenever I go into melee. What the hell are those? Gotta get a good look at those. Like, they just look like these little green things flying through the sky. Oh god. Ah! Well, that was a room that I obviously do not have any place in. We definitely need to get rid of somebody. Oh, wow. That was bad. That was really bad. I think it's because they got that heavy bolter up there that was really just kind of laying into me. Luckily, it only takes one shot to take out these little puny guardsmen, so they're not quite as bad as their larger counterparts. The bigger guys take a bit more effort. I like how their grenades are purple. It's very regal. It definitely is non-threatening in a weird, like, my weapon isn't scary sort of way. And unfortunately, you gotta lead a little bit with this gun, and this is coming with me. Heavy bolter? Heavy bolter? Let me... Damn it. There we go. You, sir, are coming along with me. There we go. Now that we're in Devastator Marine mode. Things should be a little bit easier. Over there, we don't need anything, so that's cool. I like it when I don't need things from places. When I don't need things from places, I don't have to go outside, and that means I get to stay home and play video games with you fine folks. Oh, that can't be good. Oh, there. Why would I just stand there and allow them to be all around me? That seems like a really, really bad idea. I do think I should probably kill that guy, though, because he's probably acting as a spawner of some sort. These guys are being pretty brave about this whole thing. I wouldn't be stepping out of cover if there were Space Marines around. I'd be like, I think I'll keep my cover, thanks. I realize full well that I have a flashlight, and it's probably not going to get the job done at the level that I need it to. Taking a look around. I just want to make sure that everything's safe. If you're always wondering why I'm kind of panning and scanning all the time, it's because this game makes me paranoid. It likes to run up behind you all the time. And any game that leaves my flanks exposed, I like my flanks. I like them unperforated. I like them just the way they are. Sure, my flanks are a little bit hairy, and obviously they're probably not the best looking flanks given the amount of time I spend sitting in a computer chair. But you know what? I like them. They've served me well. They've definitely kept me comfortable over the years. And so I really feel like I'm doing them wrong. Oh my god. I simply cannot allow that to happen again. Was that a dreadnought? What the hell was that? I couldn't even... It looked bigger than a normal Space Marine. I have no fury, which makes me think I should drop this. Hey, drop. There we go. Because I don't generate fury while fighting with... Oh, there he is right there. Okay. Do you guys, like, ever die? Oh my god, that armor is beefy. I'm almost jelly. I don't think I could take that many shots, and I'm like, I'm required by the storyline. I have to be here. You don't even need to be here, and you're pretty beefy. You're like, well, I feel like I need to be here. I mean, it seems like you're sort of underestimating my availability in the storyline. I don't know why the Chaos Space Marines sound like orcs, but they do. Don't judge me. They're just orcs with less raspiness. I definitely feel like you're underestimating my viability in this place. Doesn't so much say the words. Let's see here. Got some bullets, so I will take it. Oh no, sniper! Oh, the world is a scary place right now. Am I going to make it? Will he make it back to the boxes of the Emperor's will? And unbeknownst to him, I've got things I can shoot too. There it is. I wonder what it feels like to dissolve out of your armor. I can't imagine. It would either be tingly or effervescent, or absolutely just spine-tinglingly painful. Like absolutely excruciating or effervescent would be the two ways that I would go. Either or. Or maybe some rudimentary mix of both. Who even knows? It could be. Oh, there he is. I knew there was another las cannon up in here causing me problems. I really wish I could execute you right now. I'm really sort of happy that I picked up another viable long... I have the las... No, I got rid of the las cannon. Okay, so I could have been on even ground with these guys, but instead I chose to make it more difficult because I like the thwug. It goes thwug, thwug when you use the stalker bolter. Las cannon just doesn't feel beefy enough to me. It doesn't feel as though it lays down the daka enough. What gun am I using? Just my bolter. I suppose we'll stick with it for now. It's been pretty trusty thus far. And my guess is maybe this is going to take us over. By the way, I didn't expect to kill the orc war boss on my first turn. I'm pretty terrible at video games, so I thought that wasn't going to go so well. But he was a lot easier than I expected. Dropping them bows into midair. You got to practice before you drop a bow on somebody. I don't see any foes on which to drop bows.
Experimentation with the warp energy is proceeding rapidly. I no longer need to travel into the warp to pull more energy into this dimension. But I am encountering unexpected activity. I was naive to think that my incursion into warp space had gone unnoticed. Something has taken an interest. When I manipulate the energies, I feel a presence pushing against my psychic defenses, testing me.
All workers of Class 9 and above must report for their shifts despite the emergency.
Well, I feel like this backstory is kind of irrelevant because we already know what happened to Drogon. Like, I can kind of fill in the blanks. If you know stuff about Warhammer 40k, you're like, oh god, he used warp energy and then he became the bad guy. That's what always happens. All the time. Honestly, the only good guys in Warhammer 40k are like maybe the Tau. That's really the only army that I would say could possibly... I mean, the Eldar are too self-centered to be good guys. Everybody, basically, it's the only army that I feel are the Tau are essentially like space communists, and they're really the only people that are kind of victims in the overall storyline.
That did it, Ultramarines. If you can release our mooring clamps, we can bring devastation to the invaders. The renegades have it well guarded.
Understood.
If you want to know what the Tau are, I feel like Blizzard pretty much ripped off the Draenei from the Tau, and so that's pretty much what they look like. They're very, very similar. It's a long-running fact that whenever Blizzard feels the need to like expand their profitability, they basically just like flip through a codex and then kind of recolor something, and then, oh look, it's Blizzard now. It's not Games Workshop anymore. They don't have the cash flow to fight us anyways. Oh, I could be an asshole right now, and I'm gonna be. They were just around the water cooler hanging out. But anyways, if you're looking for like what the Tau look like in person, they basically look like Draenei that aren't purpley. And the Tau are actually pretty sweet. Like when they conquer your world, the Tau will actually allow you to continue existing. Whereas everybody else, for example, just gets I should probably execute him. No! I need people to execute. Hey, never mind. I don't need to execute people anymore. Cleanse and Purge. Let's get in here and do some melee damage because obviously we got Fury mode going, which means with our Golden Shower enabled, we shall force the enemies into the realm of righteousness with our mighty axe blows. And then we shall die. Those grenades, I tell you what, those grenades really... They really seem to put a damper on my fun. I sort of feel like I should be able to wade through combat when I'm expending like my useful resources. That's what I want to do. Whenever I go into Fury mode, I just want to punch things gratuitously, and they just don't seem to want to let me do that. They really want me to play in the back lines with a plasma gun for the remainder of the game, and I don't like that much. Damn it. There we go. I don't even think any of these guys activate. Oh, there they go. Yeah, I could throw those too, dicks. I can't guarantee that I'm hitting anything with my little pineapple grenades, but I can pray to the Emperor for all of his guidance. Now I know where they're coming from, which means I'm going to grenade the hell out of it. And I wanted to make sure that that rail was behind me. And then I'll do a little something like that. And that'll handle it up right and nicely. Ow! Why have you betrayed me, crate? Oh my god, just betrayed by crates all over the place. And that is not great. I got juked by the AI. How terrible is that? Although they do a reasonable job at juking. I am a badass in Fury mode. I am allowed to do this. Yay! And I get more health. I felt like that was probably going to be a fatal situation. Oh, that's not good. Chaos Champion. Let's get out of here. My preference would be really just to unload on him. I don't really know how this whole thing's gonna play out. It looks like he's fighting, I mean, I gotta give him some props right there. He was fighting a Chaos Champion with a knife. You know that you're filled with the spirit of the Emperor when that happens. And that's what I needed over here. I need more ammunition. That's what I was hurting for that entire fight. No, don't waste plasma ammo. God. I thought that red thing over there was a servo skull that I missed. I'm getting all excitable now. I'm pretty much like stoked about the fact that we're playing this game. And I'm glad they mixed up the enemies midway through. But as I was saying, the Tau are essentially, they're actually the only faction that doesn't exterminate everyone when they conquer a planet. The Tau actually allow you to become part of their society. And in fact, if you play Tau, I mean, Tau players get a rough rap from everybody else because, well, reasons. You'll look it up yourself. If you really want to know why the Tau are kind of scorned.
That elevator will get us to the mooring clamp controls.
I will take care of the clamps. You and Leandros get the doors to the Manufactorum open.
Understood, Captain.
I think the Tau catch kind of a rough rap when it comes to like normal players of Warhammer 40k, simply based on the fact that they're playing an army that isn't like specifically supported by Games Workshop. Like, it's a real army, but it's clear Games Workshop doesn't really care about it.
I needed to test the warp device's capabilities. Running the Titan Manufactorum with it, or rather with the power source, provided a convenient opportunity. The tech priests are practically giddy with its success, but this is a trivial accomplishment. I am impatient to begin testing the warp device's psychic attributes. I'm just waiting for the live cargo to arrive.
Alright, so anyways, as I was saying, I don't know a whole lot about the Tau. Like, I've read like their bios and their wikis and everything, so that's about as far as it goes. But as far as good guys go, the Tau are pretty much the only reasonable individuals in this entire universe. A thing which a lot of people says goes against the grimdark nature of the whole playthrough. But anyways, the Tau catch a lot of shit from the general playing population. So do the Eldar. But I think I'm going to break the episode off here because I feel as though I'm rambling. And also, it feels like a good place to block it off before I open this big door. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Warhammer 40k Space Marine. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and we will see you next time.